We have new details on new legislation that's been filed at the state capitol impacting trains that cross through the state. We've told you about the efforts by some lawmakers trying to address railway infrastructure after an increase in derailments across the nation. Fox 23's Devin Lyons spoke to one state lawmaker about why he's trying to make trains run shorter.
That's exactly right. Being stopped by trains crossing the road, now that's nothing out of the ordinary for all of us. But after speaking with some of the state legislature and a rail union, it's not just helping stops, it's about helping the safety of traffic, train crews, and preventing any disasters.
And the infrastructure that the railroad companies have for this isn't sustainable for the length of trains that they're running.
State Representative Ty Burns represents District 35, which includes several rural towns in Osage, Pawnee, and Creek counties. In those areas, trains are nothing out of the ordinary. It's also normal for trains running through those areas to stop for hours, blocking multiple intersections.
The piece that I told them I agreed to run was the train length. What we're looking at is minimizing the train length to 1,800 or 8,500 feet.
We brought you coverage of recent derailments and rail mishaps that have impacted traffic. Oklahoma is nowhere near the top of these issues, but it's one lawmakers like Ty Burns are trying to get ahead of.
What we're looking into is there's some of these trains are 15,000 feet long, and their yards are not able to withstand that length of a train, so they're backed up all the way on the tracks, which are pushing trains to hold off in the middle of nowhere. Well, again, it don't seem like much, but we have farmers and ranchers and people that live in rural communities like I do in Morrison that go out and get trapped hours out here because they're clogged up at the yard.
Burns wants to limit train size to about 1.5 miles, something that Burns believes would relieve Oklahoma's railroad infrastructure, but also lighten the burden on local traffic and train crews as well.
The biggest issue we're going to run into is obviously interstate commerce in other states around us, so we're making sure to look at the other states that have done this as well, and so hopefully we can get this legislation passed, marry up with some of the surrounding states like Missouri, Kansas, and states that are putting these requirements that they cannot get over 8,500 feet just for the safety and of our citizens in Oklahoma.
Now, like you said, other states have implemented a limit on train size. Missouri is one of those that actually splits up trains when they cross into their border. Burns hopes it would do the same in Oklahoma, leading to a minimal impact on interstate commerce. Live in studio, covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
Thank you, Devin. This bill has a long road ahead and will be introduced at the upcoming legislative session, which begins in early February.